What's up, everybody? What's up? Happy Pod Day! Yeah! Woo! What's up, everybody? What's up? Oh, let me formally welcome you to the See.Plan.Do show with me, professional life coach, DJ, consultant, motivational speaker, etc., etc., etc. Everything that's in my bio, Mr. Gary O'Neill Jr. Please, as always, don't forget the junior. Shout out to Pops. All right, today we have another Power Pack podcast here on the See.Plan.Do show. All right, today, oh man, I really am looking forward to this episode 6 of season 3, Stylin on them, and I have a wonderful guest today. Nailah Rasiia will be joining us in the building. As always, we have our appetizer. I'm really looking forward to this appetizer. It's called Harvesting in the Fall. And so we're going to be talking with Nailah about fashion. Okay. I know you are ready to stunt on everybody starting in, with the new year. Forget the new year. Let's start starting on them now. Let's style on them now. Some of these events are starting to open back up. Listen, you see me out and about, I'm going to be styling on them, hopefully. Okay. So episode 6. Oh, wow. Look at this. An amazing third season entitled Stylin on them. And as always, shout out to everyone watching it. Shout out to, as always, my day one listeners, my return listeners, new listeners. Hey, everybody. All right. People watching this on YouTube, getting all of this in 1080p, hopefully. All right. Or anybody listening to any of these streaming platforms, especially my Patreon supporters, my Patreon fans. Hey, man, thank you so much for your constant support. All right, who got this episode a tad earlier. And no matter what your favorite streaming platform is, wherever you're listening to, if you're listening to the car, you're listening to the gym, you're listening at work, man, thank you. And guess what? Thank you. All right. So I really want to take that time to thank everybody. I really am looking forward to this episode today. So guess what, guys? We're getting right into it with your See.Plan.Do moment of the week. And as always, the moment of the week is sponsored by Heartsavers Maryland. And Heartsavers Maryland is Baltimore's best CPR training facility. Currently, they're offering all of the CPR trainings, as all of them are open. So adult CPR, pediatric CPR, BLS for you guys who are in the hospital or working with patients, any one of those. And we still have virtual learning for you guys who may not want to come outside. All right. You can make sure you check out and make sure you book your class. Make sure you get your course by contacting heartsaversmd@gmail.com, or you can call them directly at 443-602-0648. And that is heartsaversmd@gmail.com. Here is your See.Plan.Do moment of the week. It's entitled Monthly Challenge. One of the things that I really realized that with all these things that's going on is that we want to make sure that we take care of our family, we take care of our friends as well as ourselves. So here's a monthly challenge. And this, I want you to do this every month. Here's something that I want to offer this to you. From now on, try to schedule your month with all of them if possible, but at least one, okay? I want you to have a lunch date with a friend. Reconnect with them, all right? Hey, take one day out of the month where there's no social media, all right? Except this podcast. Listen to the podcast, though, all right? Take one day in this month for your monthly challenge where you just hang outside. Go outside, hang outside, one day outdoors. Do one night out with your friends. Girls' night, guys' night, couples, game night. Hang out with your friends. One date night. So if you have a significant other, take them out. And guess what? If you are single, and of course you're single by choice, take yourself out. You know what you like. Take yourself out. All right. Guess what? This is one of my favorite ones. Have a breakfast meetup with brunch. It can be breakfast. It can be brunch. Meet up with your friends at brunch or have a breakfast meetup. Have a movie night for yourself. Pop that popcorn or whatever sort of snacks. As always, grab that candy corn. All right. Take one day out of the month where you're serving others And guess what? One thing that you could do is take one day and completely devote it to you. All right. So that is your See.Plan.Do moment of the week, entitled Monthly Challenge. You could do 1, 3, all of them, but try at least one of them once a month. All right. Once a month. That is your See.Plan.Do moment of the week. All right. Now we're going to get into our song of the week. I know you will like this one. You know the vibes. Okay. And as always, the song of the week is sponsored by Green Light Entertainment. All right, so let's get right to it. All right. We are back. All right, here at the See.Plan.Do show with me, professional life coach, DJ, serial entrepreneur, consultant, buffalo wing enthusiast, cigar aficionado, etc., Gary O'Neill Jr. And so guess what? Let's get right into our appetizer. I thought about, there's really nothing really popping as far as, there's really nothing popping in reference to any current events. We've already talked about stuff last week. We talked about voting. We talked about not giving a damn or minding your damn business, which was a really great episode. So I really wanted to come up with some tips or things that I saw in my scouring of the internet. And so your appetizer, as always, is sponsored by, you guessed it, Lalone Clothing. Lalone Clothing has all of the apparel that you need. So you can get shirts, apparel from the show. So every shirt that you see that you might want to support me and you know the vibes, you can get one of these shirts or any apparel that fits your vibe. Check them out at laloneclothing.com. So when we're talking about your appetizer harvesting in the fall, I thought about a couple things. We're gearing up. We're in the fall. Things are changing. And of course, you're changing. So when I thought about harvesting in the fall, first thing I want to talk about is money. I just want to shoot out to you 3 money saving tips. Okay. I know that we're gearing up for all these different events and holidays, stuff like that's happening, but I want to offer you 3 money saving tips right now. All right. First thing is eliminate your debt. Okay. So what I want you to do for your homework is add up the bills that you have that are outstanding, that are monthly, that are always running. And I want you to put together a plan to pay off any outstanding debt. Not your, the stuff that you like, your mortgage is outstanding, but that's something that's happening monthly, or your rent. But if you have those credit card bills, let's get them out of the way. Okay, you have something outstanding, a previous bill that just sitting there getting interest. Guess what? I want you to put together a plan to eliminate it. All right. Number 2 is start creating a savings goal. Make some savings goals for yourself. Okay. One of the best ways to do this is to visualize what you want to save for. Outside is going to be opening back up whether we want to or not. Now, personally, I feel like we're going to go through maybe another round of us staying home. But guess what? When outside opens back up, we're going to be out here. So if you think about that vacation, close your eyes and think about that vacation. Where you going? Huh? Where you going? All right. You want to buy that vehicle? Guess what? Put a big down payment on it. All right. You want to have money just in your savings account in case you need to tell your job off, in case you need to say, you know what? This is the last time the printer didn't have any ink. I quit. You want to start a business? You want to do something else? You want to buy something for yourself? Treat yourself? Guess what? Have that saving goals. That's those savings goals in your mind. All right. And number 3 is, and this is one that I promise you your favorite life coach has to go with as well. Pay yourself first. Now, I didn't create these 3 things, right? But paying yourself first should be something that we all do. And trust and believe, even your favorite life coach has to work on that. I have to remind myself. All of the financial gurus that you see, Warren Buffett, different people, they're going to tell you that one of the biggest things that you should do is pay yourself first. All right? Pay yourself first, whether it's 10%, 20%, whatever is comfortable for you. But guess what? All that hard work you did, all them fries you gave out, all them orders you took, all those people you had to deal with, any of those things, pay yourself first and put it into your savings account. That's how you stack it up. All right. So those are the 3 things I want you to do to save money. Eliminate debt. All right. Set a savings goal or goals. All right. And also, amen, pay yourself first. All right. Your next paycheck, the next time you get paid for a service, goods, your job, whatever, I want you to take at least some percentage that is comfortable for you. And I want you to pay yourself first. All right. So now we're still talking about harvesting in the fall for your appetizer. And now guess what? Because we're in the fall, this is a great time of year. Okay. So I wanted to offer you 5 things to do in the fall. Now, of course, we're going through a pandemic, so you got to sort of work these things around. But a lot of these things are available now. All right. Number 1, go pick some apples. All right. Or go to a farm. It's amazing if you've never been apple picking, like just do it. You'll be in your feelings when you do that. All right. So go pick some apples, go somewhere to a farm, somewhere like that. There's some here in Maryland you can go to, or wherever you're listening to, wherever you are, go schedule a event where you go picking apples. All right. You wouldn't think that it's a big deal, but it's really relaxing. You might enjoy it. You got some apples, you got some fresh stuff. You can make juice and pies and all those wonderful things. Yeah. All right. Number 2, go check out a corn maze. All right. My kids and I, we love going to corn mazes. It's really, really fun. That gets you in the fall spirit. Now, I'm not drinking any pumpkin spice stuff. I'm not really a fan of that, but go check out a corn maze. All right. It's really fun for you. You can take it. You can say, you know what? Take somebody on a date. That's an awesome date. Switch it up. Switch it up. All right. Take them on a date. Take somebody out to a corn maze. Get some nice little cider up in them. Have a little good time. They'll be putting your hands, man, or a woman, or whoever you like. All right. Number 3, and I really like this one. And this goes back to taking time for you. Take a moment and just watch the leaves change. There are different places across this world where you can just go and see all of the wonders of these leaves changing colors. All right. So just take a moment to watch the leaves change. Of course, they're not going to do it right in front of you, but just take a moment, take a nice little drive, relax, listen to some jazz, go somewhere and just sit there and just take it in that no matter what, things are going to change. No matter what we feel, no matter how we feel right then and there, man, go watch the leaves change. Okay. And the last one, I really like this. Hey, if you do this, invite me. Have a bonfire event. Now, I've been to one. I'm going to another one in November, but I've been to one, and guess what? That is lit. Okay. When you have that bonfire event, you could roast some marshmallows, make some s'mores, grab some other food, have some nice drinks, some hot chocolate or some spiked chocolate or spiked cider or something spiked. And that's some fun times, man. So that is your appetizer of the week entitled Harvesting in the Fall. Because guess what? Let's start harvesting now. So that way we can get right to what we want to do. All right. I thought that was a pretty cool one to go over. But that was really, really, I want you to harvest. I want you to get your harvesting in. All right. All right. That was great for the appetizer. Now, can we get to the entree, Gary? Of course, we can get to the delicious entree here. Episode 6, styling on them, featuring a wonderful, wonderful stylist, Nailah Rasiia. And so guess what? Let's just bring on the show. Let's bring on the show as always. On the show, we have the dopest of people. So let's bring her on the show right now. Nailah, what's up?
Hi.
Hey, look at you. Look at you. What are you wearing, Nailah? Look at that.
It is a one-shoulder shirt and these nice black, they're like jeggings. They're not even the leggings. They're like jeggings. And my whole outfit is from Fashion Nova.
Look at that. Look at that. Now, first, we don't be saying they got to cut the check. You saying their name, they got to cut you something. Okay.
They did, don't they?
All right. So, hey, welcome to the show, Nailah. Nailah, I definitely wanted to have you on the show when I thought about the different topics that I talk about. And I think about who do I know in that is a content expert. And when I thought about fashion, when I thought about, fashion and looking, I thought about you. I really enjoy reading some of the things you talk about when you're going over like the award ceremony. I think that you take a really hilarious take on it. I love it. It makes me want to go watch it just to go back and watch you. So thank you for coming to the show.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
All right. So thank you. So with everybody, can I read your official bio, Nailah? Can I read your official bio to the people that's listening?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. And here's her official bio. Born and raised in Baltimore, Maryland, the last of 5 children in her family, Nailah graduated from Catherine Gibbs, New York, with a degree in fashion design and merchandising. Beginning her career at Pico Manufacturing Sales Corporation, New York, she helped design men's underwear and sleepwear for many brands. Hanes Brands, Beverly Hills Polo Club, Echo, and Nordstrom, just to name a few. All right, she left to start her own brand, Fashion Tips, which is called Fashion Tips by Nailah, a styling consultant company. She followed by her own show, which airs on Instagram Live, which is called Fashion Talk Tuesday. Please make sure you guys check that out. She is a business partner with her brother for a brand they called Veda, and Nailah was named fashion editor for the Power Scope in January 2020. Nailah is a lover of the arts and admires the beauty of nature, very family-oriented, and believes in taking care of your mental health. She loves to paint. She loves to hike. She loves to read and sketch. Please welcome everybody. Please welcome to the show, formally, Nailah Rasiia. Thank you so much. Yay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Did you hear it? Did you hear that bio?
Yes. You know what's so crazy is when I was doing an article for the Power Scope, I think it was last year, and I wanted to write about myself, and I was like, oh my God, like my dad is a writer, so that's where I get it from. But writing about all different kinds of stuff is easy. Writing about yourself is hard.
Absolutely.
It's what to include, what to leave out, not to get so long-winded with it, like shortcut, straight to the point, so people just, get an idea and a feel for who you are. So I was like, oh my God, this is hard.
Yeah, and I thank you for that. That was a really, really dope bio. And that's why and that's one of the main reasons why I love reading people's bios, because we often don't really hear about it. And then I want people to sort of take it in for that moment. Like, hey, you're dope. You see what you're doing? You see what you're doing out here in these streets, Nailah? You out here. You are out here, okay? So that was really, really great. All right. So I know you watch the show. I know you listen to the show. With every guest on the show, I always have to do some rapid fire questions entitled Fuego Rapido. I gotta work on that, but I love that. Are you ready? Now, as always, I always give any dope person that comes on the show, they get their questions in advance because we want to have an amazing podcast for you. But guess what? These questions right here, they don't even know. So, Nailah, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Bring it
on. Okay. Now, mind you, I have my finger on the end podcast button in case you say something crazy. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
First question. Wings, flats, or drums?
Flats. All
right. She can stay, guys. You guys already know she can stay. She can stay. Okay, great. All right. Second, this is a question. So if you're watching this right now, you're going to be on the show. I'm asking you these 2 questions off top every time. She already said flats. Second question. Nailah, what are your thoughts on candy corn?
They belong in the trash.
All right, guys. Thank you, guys. And we'll have another episode next week. You know what?
Wait, let me explain.
I'm getting tired of people, man. I'm getting tired of people disrespecting my candy corn. I'm getting tired.
Listen, Gary, as a kid, I used to throw them things back till they made me sick. And then as an adult, I didn't like them no more. I think I just threw them out as a kid.
All right. So trauma has affected her. Well, okay. Yes. All right, I'll let it slide. Okay. All right. Are you ready? All right. So I'm going to pull this up to the screen so that way you can read it. And I'm also going to read it out loud. Are you ready? Here's the first one for you. Wait, I'm going to put it right here. When you die, what do you want to be remembered for? Oh, getting real. Look at that. Getting real. I'm going to keep it up here just so you can sort of check it out. All right, go ahead.
When I die, I want people to remember that I loved people and I cared for, their mental health and their self-care and just promoting legacy. We as like the Black community tend to have this thing where we're so materialistic that we don't leave like a legacy behind, even for our kids, even like building to leave something behind that the world can remember us by, not just materialistic, but how did you impact the world? How did you change the world? What did you do to, save somebody? So I think that's what I want to be remembered for just changing the world in my own way.
That was beautiful. I really like that. I'm not even going to tell you what my answer was for me. It was going to be something like the first person to jump out the casket. But now look at your beautiful one. Just shut that one down. Thanks a lot. All right. Question number 2. All right. Because after this, I got one more. Okay. I like this one. All right. If you had to delete all but 3 apps from your smartphone, which ones would you keep? Oh, that's a good one. I like that one. I'm going to keep it up here for you.
Apps on my phone, all except for 3?
Oh, you can only keep 3.
Whew. I have to keep Facebook because people love my business through there. I get more love through Facebook. What's on my phone? Jesus. Wow. Okay. So Netflix, Facebook. I have Netflix.
Netflix. Okay. All right.
And I would probably keep my my mantra. I have a mantra that comes across my phone at 8 o'clock every morning.
Oh, that's nice. Okay. All right. Cool. I like that. All right. All right. You got one more for you. Got one more. You ready for this last one?
Yes.
You're doing really great. Look at that. You're doing really great. All right. Here we go. What would be your best day ever?
Ooh. My best day ever. Ooh. My best day ever. Is this like describing like what
Sure. Go for it. It's your time. Go for it.
My best day ever would be probably sitting by the water meditating.
All right. I like that. That was awesome. I like those a lot. All right. That was really good. Thank you for playing Fuego Rapido. All right. Look at it. You went through it unscathed. I know you probably was a little worried on what I was going to ask you, but look at those were really easy, really, really chill questions. Look at that. Okay. All right. So now can we get to our real questions? I thought, as always, I like to think about what I'm going to say to people and what we're going to talk about. And I'm trying to figure out why this camera's not focusing on me. Like, see, this is what is happening. All right. But here we go. So, going over your bio, I really liked just reading all of, obviously you're very experienced. Like, this is what you do. You're in fashion design and merchandising. So, when I was looking over your bio and I was like, well, what questions I'm going to ask you? The first question I want to know, and I'm pretty sure everybody wants to know, is what made you want to get into it? What made you want to get into fashion?
So I got into fashion unintentionally, actually. It's like something I stumbled into because growing up, I was a dancer. I did ballet, modern, tap, African. I was a dancer. So that's what I went to high school for. I went to high school for a dance. That's basically what I auditioned for. So I was a dancer, but around the age of like 15, 16, I started just sketching out of nowhere, just for a pure like hobby. It was something I was doing. I got a sketchbook. I was drawing dresses because I love dresses. But I mean, back then I liked them, but now they're like everything to me. But I was just sketching, playing around, cutting up clothes, and just reconstructing. And at the end of high school, I didn't know what I was gonna do, but Mama was like, "You got to go to college." So it really wasn't until my father and my brother sat me down and was like, "Look, you got talent. I don't know what you around here doing playing, but you really need to take this seriously." So I was like, "Okay." So I did my research, and that's how I ended up with the college that I went to in New York. So I was like, why not go to New York? So it was actually between California and New York, but I chose New York because my mama didn't want me to go so far. But I didn't even tell my dad or my brother that. It's so funny. I didn't even tell them until way after the fact because they were like, "Oh, had you said that, you would have went to Cali." So I was like, but New York was great. Like it just helped shape me. And then once I got in college, everything just really took off from there, with just molding and shaping and teaching me all this kind of stuff. Like, you have the raw talent, just helping shape it, into something so you can go out into the world and, create all these great things for yourself. So that's really how I got into it, honestly.
That's awesome. And of course I've been following you for forever. And just being able to see like some of the pieces that you sketched and then you're wearing it in real life, that's amazing. Like that's what we need. We need more creators, we need more inventors, we need more artists, we need a lot of that. So being able to see like someone took something like that and just sort of pieced it together, and now bam, you really did it. You wore it. Like that's just dope to me. That's really awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So okay, so the next question I have, so we know why you got into it. You obviously you see it. So people who follow you on social media, they see, especially when they have those award shows, and you really grade people, which is like I love that. Like I love that you grade the dresses and you talk about their outfits and you break it down. Where do you think we are? Like, you're home, you're looking at us on social media, you're looking at people. Where are we, or where do you think the state of fashion is today? Like, where do you think we are? Like, we in a good place, we in a bad place? Like, where are we?
I won't say completely like bad, but it's a place of uncertainty because of the pandemic and how it has affected everything and it's changed everything. I've read that a lot of different department stores are closing. Stores like H&M, they're closing 250 stores.
Wow.
21 is closing, and I'm like, oh my God, they've been around for forever. JC Penney filed for bankruptcy. Macy's has. A lot of department stores are in danger of closing a lot of stores because of the pandemic, because they're not getting that traffic in the stores anymore. It's really relying on online shopping. And, if you pair that with people who are laid off and, just trying to scramble to pay their bills, buying clothes isn't on, the top of your list. And so it's really trying to figure out how to save your business in this time when people aren't going anywhere. So they don't need any kind of like fashion things, especially like, evening wear. Like, where are we going right now that involves evening wear where you're buying a nice tailored suit or you're buying a gown? It's like, we're trying, it won't be the masses that are buying so much, because we're on the other side of the year where it's holiday season, but who's really, buying so much clothes that'll be for, Christmas or New Year's? We don't even know with that, because of a number of people can only be in a certain, vicinity. And it's not like, you're going to your black tie affair and you're paying $100 ticket for, this event, and it's not going to be. So I wouldn't say it's not in a bad place, but it's very uncertain where we're going to be. Hopefully, some of these stores can make it through the end of the year so we can see, what happens next year. But even with Fashion Week and Paris Fashion Week, it was great seeing the virtual shows, but it was like, dang, I really want to be there. I want to be in it and experience it like, you normally do. And even that you mentioned with me doing the red carpet, reviews, it's so different for me now. Like, they had the Billboard Awards, and I'm sitting there like going through stuff, trying to find looks to grade. And I'm like, are we doing this? Like, I really want to, but it's so different now.
It is. I was like, when I saw the article about Fashion Week, I was like, wow, I noticed a big deal, but to see like there, it's sort of very changed. Like some of those things, like some of the small things that we're sort of used to, and when the pandemic has really shown us like stuff is different. All right, cool. I like that. Okay. All right. So here, episode 6, styling on them. And yeah, guys, when you look at the cover art, usually I'm the one that does the cover art, but guess what? I always like to make sure that I put the best people in these situations. So I hit up Nailah, said, all right, you can design the cover, like what colors and stuff. And I was like, oh, this is pretty dope. So when you guys look at the cover art, just know she did it. All right. I was going to take credit and say I did it, but but she did it. It was really nice. And she really she put some blues and a little gold in there. I was like, okay, this is nice. This is when you see how people really get down. All right. So, okay. What tips? So when we're talking about styling on them here on the See.Plan.Do show, how can we start styling on somebody? And what I mean is, how can we start, whether we're developing a style, some people, we don't have style, we get an idea, but how can we start styling on them? And we say, it could be anybody, but how can we start styling? How can a person who maybe they think they don't have a style, how can they start developing a style?
Okay. Well, I believe that everyone has a sense of the things that they like and things that they don't like. And I know a lot of people are open to suggestion with things. It's just kind of presenting it to them. I know with the different clients of mine, they do have certain things in mind, but when you start talking, you throw things out there to them and start elaborating, they're like, oh yeah, I like that. Like, that's cool too. But when we speak of style, it starts with knowing fashion. Fashion is an expression of art. It's also an expression of your personality. So your clothes kind of define, that person that you are. You don't make the clothes. I mean, the clothes don't make you, you make the clothes.
Oh, okay.
It's knowing your colors, knowing your silhouette, and knowing really just kind of what looks good on your body, because everyone is so different that what looks good on me may not look good on the next girl and the next girl after that. It's kind of just knowing your body type. And I did a show on that, understanding your body type, because some people don't understand the difference between your shoulders, like having broad shoulders versus, a small waist or big hips or big thighs or like straight up and down. It's so many different kind of body types. And you just have to understand, like, you just got to know your colors in a sense, like, okay, for me, I know I tell dark skinned women that I love like colors, like really bright colors on it. I love yellow and dark skinned women because it's that how the color plays off of their skin. It's beautiful. So you have to understand your colors and understand, just the silhouettes. Like, I could look at a person like you and I could dress, like I could put you in a whole entire outfit in my mind. And that's just, just an experience of just working with people and just like seeing different stuff out there. So when we define style, it's basically kind of like playing off of your personality. If you're a fun, bubbly person, I expect to see you in, bright, bold colors, bright prints, mix and matching. What I call that is the eclectic person.
Yeah.
And just who are all over the place. But I feel like you just really have to explore a lot. And sometimes it's just even, watching TV, reading magazines, or just looking at different stuff like, oh, I like this style, it may not be, that particular outfit that looks right on you, but you could flip it to make it your own. Like, I'm a girl who loves cardigans, so I'll find all different types of ways to wear a cardigan. and just maybe with a pair of jeans or like a skirt or a dress. There's so many ways that you can dress, make something pop, and it's basically honestly how you accessorize.
So
Accessories make or break an outfit.
So just style on it. All right. So give me one. You use me. What is one thing that you would give me? Like, give me a suggestion. Like for me, what would you say?
Okay.
Just give me one right on. Look at that. Look at we freestyling here on episode 6, styling on them with Nailah Rasiia. Hook me up. What is one thing that you would give me? One tip you would say, do this.
You're a businessman.
I am. Yeah.
I would say for you.
Hold on. I'm going to write this down. Hold up. All right. Go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Because it's fall and I love the layering effect, light layering effect, not wintertime layering effect. But for you, because your business, and I see it as like a mix of business and casual together.
Yeah.
I like a good maybe olive pant. It doesn't have to be like a jean. It could just be like like a normal chino pant. That maybe a nice low top tennis shoe. The universal denim top.
Okay. All right. I'm seeing this right now. I'm feeling it.
Universal denim top, and it doesn't matter the shade. It could be dark denim, it could be light denim, but
okay.
And olive go together really good. I would go for a nice cardigan, color block.
So olive pants, denim shirt, low cut sneakers or shoes.
Yeah, or you can go for the Sperry, that kind of boat shoe. That shoe, cool.
Y'all
go for the low top tennis shoe.
Listen, are y'all listening to Nailah? Right? Wait till somebody need to have a party next week. I'm wearing that outfit right now. They gonna be like, "What are you wearing?" I'm gonna be like, "Oh, I just made this up myself." Wait, I cannot wait. I swear to you, I just imagine it in my mind. I'm like, okay, denim, olive, short. That was amazing just now. That was awesome. See, look at that. Wow. I'm wearing that. I visualized it just now. That is wow. Let's see. That's what I'm talking about. People knowing their stuff and being able to do it. All right. So when we're talking about styling them, you said, bring that out on their personality. Okay. So you told us just now, like, all right, here are the things that you could do. This is a representation of you and your personality, stuff like that. That's great. We see things that work, right? Help us out. Nailah, let's bring it in. Let's bring people in. We got to keep it real with the supporters and the listeners. Day one listeners, Candy. We got to bring it. We got to keep it real. What are some of the common no-nos that you see out here? What are some things that we should stop doing right the hell now? What are some common no-nos that we should be doing?
Well, first and foremost,
here we go, y'all.
Stop mixing brands. Stop wearing the little Nike tracksuit with some Adidas, or vice versa, the Adidas tracksuit with some Nikes on. Stop doing that. I hate it. Don't do that.
So walk us through. Okay, so why do you hate it? So I can't. So you mean to tell me I can't wear my Adidas shirt, a polo shirt, with my Adidas sweatsuit with my Nikes? What is the issue with that? I agree with you, but tell us what the hell, why, what's the issue with that? What's up with that?
Because why? I feel like if both brands are producing the same exact thing, you should just keep it with the brand and not mix and match. Unless you're just one person out there who just really don't care what nobody say. And then
like psychopath.
Right. Just do you. But please do not do that. That is just, it's so tacky to me. It is very tacky. Like, just finish the outfit off the way you started.
Finish it off, y'all. Finish it. Okay? Stop. All right. Cool. All right.
Another thing I had.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, that's what I wanted to hear.
Men in suits.
Oh, okay. You know, we just Nailah. And that's why that was one thing I was like, I'm gonna talk to her about it. You know, we just had the suit challenge.
Yeah.
Shout out to the people who did. Can we start off with shouting people out? A lot of guys look really, really good with the suits.
Yes.
And then some guys look like you just came home. Like you just went to court.
the court suits. The court suits. The court suits. I hate them. I cannot express this enough that, you know, because guys will spend the money, you know, if you really tell them what to do. I've known that men will spend the money. Every guy should have a tailored suit. Minimum one. I ain't telling you to go have a closet full of custom-made suits. If you got that kind of money, by all means, go ahead and do it because it's great. But you should have a tailored suit for events, you know, not just no Sunday church. No, I mean, like, I'm really going somewhere. I'm showing up to a black tie event in this suit that looks great. I'm going to an office Christmas party that I look good. And the thing about that is having a tailored suit is understanding how to accessorize. It is a must, and I don't mean like if you want to, it is a must to match your leathers. Match your leathers. I mean, from your watch to your belt to your shoes.
Oh, you know what? Hey, I never heard anybody say that. Now I'm not saying that, you know, but okay. So watch gotta match the belt, gotta match the. Hey, are y'all getting this? Yes. Are y'all getting this on the show right now? Some of y'all probably got a black belt with a G-Shock watch, and you got. Come on, stop it. Okay. That was really good.
Oh yeah.
So let me ask you this. Okay, let's stay with the suit. Obviously, we need tailored suits. Is there an issue with somebody going to, like, you know, like sometimes some dry cleaners, they may have like somebody there, like shit. Like, is it okay for a person that's going in to get their suit dry? Like maybe they can go there, or should they like, hey, go to a tailor? This is what they do.
Yeah, a tailor. Okay. I would suggest that more than, you know, going to the cleaners because you're dealing with professional people. I mean, not to say that the dry cleaners aren't professional, but you're dealing with somebody who deals with this on a day-to-day basis of having, you know, men come in, you know, sizing them for suits and just really like, this is why I love the Brooks Brothers because of them doing that and having a machine. They actually have a machine back there that you can go into and stand just like this and it gets everything.
Oh, so, wow.
Yeah. So Brooks Brothers is a good place to go if you want to get, you know, all your measurements for, you know, a tailored suit. It is really great. So yeah, I would suggest that more than, you know, your dry cleaning people.
All right. So finish off the outfit.
Oh yeah.
Get yourself tailored.
Accessories are. So there's a difference when you wear a suit in the summertime versus a suit in the wintertime. And I'm not talking strictly just your fabrics because, of course, in the summertime, you may want to go with a cotton because it's very lighter than you're going with a wool in the wintertime. So in the summertime, when you wear a suit, you can opt out of wearing socks. Like I like the exposed ankle look. And you have to have the right shoe to top off this look if you're going to expose your ankle. And I like it. Like off top, I love a good double-breasted jacket with a good tailor pant with a little crop look to it where it shows it exposed the ankle and then you have like a really nice dress shoe and you top it off with a really cool pocket square. Mm-hmm. Get fancy with those. So that's how you do it in the summertime. In the wintertime, I tell people all the time, play around with your socks. Like, don't give me those Nike socks that you wear with your tennis shoes.
Nailah, if you're going to talk about me on my show, at least tell me, Gary, don't wear your Nike socks. No, I do wear dress socks. I do. I promise you. No. But I have seen people wear Nike socks.
It's so tacky. Like, you can play around so much with your socks. Like when I mean that your socks can make its own statement and still go with your suit, I'm really telling you that like You can have a navy suit on and your shirt may be like maybe white, or it may be that really, really, really light blue. And you could wear some red, pink, yellow sock and it goes. Like, you can play around with your sock, and you can also play around with your tie and your pocket square. So everything doesn't, if your suit is just one solid color, then you can find ways to pop it, you know, with color. It doesn't have to be like, oh, I have a navy suit, I'm wearing, you know, chocolate brown shoes, I'm gonna wear, you know, navy socks and a pocket square that's just so mute. Like, you don't want to look so mute. You want to add a pop of color in there, a pop of excitement. You can also do the clip on the tie. You don't have to do a tie. You can do a bow tie, because bow ties come in like so many different prints. Like, I've seen so many different styles of bow ties. I'm like, oh my God, just go that route, because you get so much more out of it than just a normal tie. So there's ways to be very clean, but very fashionable with the suit.
I just saw like 2 days ago, someone started making wooden ties, like wooden bow ties. I was like, wow.
Wow.
Now, let me ask you this about the tie and the pocket square. Some people said they shouldn't match. Like, it shouldn't be like the same thing. As far as like, okay, I got my tie, but my pocket square should be something different. Is that how it should go?
You can match it if you want to. What I would say is, if you are doing like a style tie, I would go like a printed kind of pocket square. But if you have like a printed tie and you want to find a color in there, and I tell people this all the time, if you wear prints and you want to match something out of there, choose a color that you hardly see in there, because the color that you choose, and it may be on the bottom, you'll end up popping it out and people actually see that color where they didn't see it before.
So, I like that. I cannot wait to start styling on people. Outside need to open up now. Oh, yeah. I can't wait for y'all to get hit with the turquoise and the flamingo pink. Watch, it's gonna be over for y'all. I love that. Thank you for that. All right, so you gave us any more fashion no-nos before we move on to the next question. So you said finish it off, match your leathers, get stuff tailored. Any other no-nos that you see out here outside of, I mean, obviously I could probably say, you know, some people just don't wear the right size.
That is one. People do not wear the right size clothes, especially people on the thicker side. They think that if you wear clothes that are bigger, you're hiding. You don't. You just make yourself look more bigger. You're not defining anything. You're actually doing the very opposite that you think you are doing. There's ways, there are tricks and hacks to fashion where you can accentuate stuff while hiding other stuff. Like plus size models, you can actually define your waist and make it look smaller by wearing certain stuff, making yourself look taller. Like, I know a lot of people ask me a lot when I post pictures because I'm so short, and they're like, oh my God, you seem so tall. And I was just like, it's the angles and what you wear to elongate your body. So like, if you're short, there are ways to make yourself look taller. If you're, you know, if you're like a stick straight up and down, there are ways to add a little shape and a little curve to you by hacks. So there are different fashion hacks to help you, but that not knowing your body size is, no, you got to really figure it out and know how to dress for that. And I think my last point with that is, just because it is name brand does
Here we go.
It is fashionable. There are a lot of labels out there that make really ugly stuff, and I'm just gonna say it's ugly. And i.e. the Balenciaga tennis shoes.
Oh wow! So we just wow
on steroids. But people are like, oh my God, they're Balenciagas. I'm like, oh my God, they're ugly.
Yeah, I'm thinking of some certain tennis shoes made by a certain rapper that I'm like, no way. Like, nah, like you guys are tripping. Like, I think I saw these in Payless in 94. So, oh wow. Okay, you're right. I think that sometimes that's what people's move is that when we see now, when we see something and we say it's unattractive and then we want to go straight to, oh, but it's this. Okay,
Yeah.
I got it. All right, cool.
Yeah, I don't like that.
All right, so as we start wrapping up this amazing interview with Nailah Rasiia, you've been absolutely amazing on this. Give us your hot styles. All right, you told us what we shouldn't do. Give us your hot styles that you know is probably gonna be popping when things are out, when we back out here in these streets. Give us some hot styles right now for men and women.
Okay. I'll give you my favorite fall winter.
Yo, let's do it. Fall.
So I am a huge fan of blazers because of the versatile look with it. And this is both men and women I'm speaking of, because you can do so much with them. I would say first for women, if you like casual looks, for, going out on the weekend, I would say go with like a pair like ripped jeans and a cute graphic tee. Throw on I like the tuxedo style blazers. A tuxedo style blazer, roll up the sleeves a little bit on to cuff it. Throw in a fedora hat and grab you a handbag and either pumps or booties. That's my favorite go-to.
Kill them. Like, Stylin on them. Stylin on. Y'all hear this, ladies? Stylin on them.
Throwing the hoops with it, and it's cute. And another way you could wear like the tuxedo style blazer is, if you're like me, I like wearing shorts in the wintertime. It's only because I have like different kind of boots, but I'm a huge fan of thigh-high boots, ladies. I love a good thigh-high with shorts and a blazer. That's another thing, is you don't have to always put your summer stuff away. You can just incorporate it in different ways in your closet after the fact. Like, I don't put any of my shorts away because I like wearing tights and knee boots and thigh-highs with my shorts. So that's another way to do it. Utilizing your blazers and also utilizing your cardigans, because they go a long way. And cardigans can be worn as outerwear. So like, even for guys, if you're that type of guy that is like, all right, I'm just going from the house to the car, the cardigan is your outerwear, just like your hoodie is your outerwear.
Oh yeah.
Unless you're really like getting dressed up, then you really got to pull out the pea coat and the wool coat. But utilizing blazers, and even for men, you could go with the jeans look. And the good thing about men is, with your sports jackets, i.e. blazers, you can layer them. Like, you can put a hoodie on and then put the blazer on top of it and still have that really nice, sleek, cool look to you. So I feel like for everybody, a blazer is the most important thing to have in your closet, because you get the most wear out of it. And it's so many ways you can wear a blazer, as well as your cardigan. It's so many ways to do a cardigan, whether you're dressing up, dressing down, or you're even doing like evening wear with it. Like, it's really nice to have those. So those are key pieces I tell everybody that you need in your closet, because it's just so much you can do with them if you just really explore your closet. I will say that is part of like styling, is if you spend time in your closet and you start looking around and stuff, I guarantee you'll start having all these different ideas pop in your head, like, oh, this look good with this. Wait a minute, I never thought that this shirt would go with these pants. And look at this shirt. Oh yes, I'm trying to tell you, it is so important to go stand in your closet. Even you might look crazy to somebody else, but you in there like brainstorming how you gonna put together this one outfit. So it is really crucial to be in your closet a lot. And you don't need to buy clothes all the time. Like, I have styled clothes so many different ways just by staring in my closet like, oh, that look nice. Why did I think of this? Like, or even if I got inspired by something outside, it's just, you can utilize your closet if you allow your mind to explore, like really allow your mind to explore.
While my favorite color is black, I did realize that I needed to start wearing more colors. And I did.
We're one in the same. As you see, I wore all black tonight, and I love black. My
Hey, look at
favorite color to wear is black. I love black, but you're right.
I love black.
I tell people all the time, and they say I need to practice what I preach, and I do. And I tell people, get bold with colors. I give the neon colors. I give all the Pantone colors of the season, the color of the year, and they're beautiful. And then I go and wear black.
But you're wearing color right now for you guys that are right. For you guys that are just listening on your favorite streaming platform, she has all black on, and she has a pop of color in her head wrap. Look at that.
Yep.
That's awesome. You know what? I just bought another blazer. One of my friends, I was DJing their wedding, and I said I wanted to have another blazer, and I realized I think this is like my third blazer, and I said, you know, I want to start getting some with more colors and stuff like that, and that's what made me think about you. That's why I want to have the show. So thank you for that. All right.
You're welcome.
So, so make it work, guys. All right, I think with the Tommy Gunn, I can't remember the guy. The one is like make it work. So make it work. All right, so man, this was such an amazing, informative episode. All right, so how can people connect with you? How can they find you? How can they connect with you? Please drop us your deets.
So I am on Facebook, Nailah Rasiia. That is my personal page. My fashion page is Fashion Tips with Nailah, all one word, all together. Instagram is the same exact thing. And also, it's not really a separate page for it, but Fashion Talk Tuesdays airs on IG Live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. So if you are on Instagram, you can go to Fashion Tips with Nailah 1 on Instagram. So on Facebook, it's no numbers. So on Instagram, it's Fashion Tips with Nailah 1. Facebook is Fashion Tips with Nailah. So if you're watching the show on Tuesdays, then you can watch it from my IG page when it goes live. If you can't catch it, because I know everybody's busy out there, I always post it to my Facebook page as well. So it always goes up maybe a day or two after the fact. But those are my contact pages. If you ever want to email me, I'm at fashiontipswithnailah@gmail.com. And that's another way to get into contact with me. But yeah.
And so here's the play, guys. You're going to watch this episode. You know I'm going to drop this on Tuesday at 7. You're going to watch this episode, and guess what you're going to do? You're going to watch that episode. Let's get it, okay? Let's get it. All right, so as we wrap this up, can you give our listeners, can you give us just one lasting just thought that just takes us home?
There is a high importance of thrifting. I know that a lot of people love to buy name brand stuff, love this and the third, but I will tell you that you can still find name brand stuff in a thrift store. So don't sleep on the thrift store. They have really cool vintage stuff. They have timeless pieces, and you just find everything you're looking for. I mean, it's not just an in and out because everything on the rack is the same. You really got to go through and have patience. But I will tell you this. In my own experience of thrifting, I set out to buy, all these different things that I wanted that I hadn't found in different stores, which was like an accordion skirt, just different skirts, because I'm not a skirt girl, but I decided that I wanted to get into it. And I found everything I wanted at the thrift store. But I will say this. My father found a brand new name brand suit at the thrift store, tag still on it, brand new Gucci's with the tag still on it at the thrift store. When I tell you don't sleep on the thrift store, do not sleep on the thrift store. Like, I believe that somebody in the area that my parents live in just be buying name brand stuff and don't always wear them and just give it to the thrift store. Like, it's so much stuff you can find there. So don't ever sleep on thrifting. And I know some thrift stores, like, maybe during the week, like I know some place on Wednesdays, they have like killer sales, even though the stuff is already at a good price. It's like half off. And for like Saturdays, you can go half off. But don't sleep on the thrift store, because I thrift a lot. I don't be all up in, Gucci and Louis Vuitton and stuff like that. I be right in the thrift store looking like $1 million in my $5 jeans.
Styling on them.
Yeah, styling on them. in my thrift store stuff.
That is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me. I had so much fun.
Thank you. So guess what, guys? Make sure that you check out Nailah and give them one more time. When does your show air? It's Tuesdays at what time? You said on Instagram Live. Give it to them one more time.
So Tuesdays, every Tuesday at 8 p.m. on IG Live, Fashion Talk Tuesdays. It always premieres every Tuesday. And I'll be having some really, really cool shows coming up. And my Halloween episode airs the week of Halloween. So the Tuesday of the week of Halloween, we'll have a Halloween special. And guess we are dressing up, and I have a special host too. So.
Oh, wow. That's going to be absolutely dope. Thank you so much for coming on the show. And I'm going to talk to you later, okay?
Thank you.
All right, bye. All right, guys. And that ends this episode. Guess what? That was such an amazing episode, guys. All right. Thank you guys so much. Please make sure you connect with Nailah. Get on all of her social media platforms. Make sure you connect with her. Make sure you check out her show on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. on Instagram Live. All right. Make sure you reach out to her. All right. This was that was so dope. I really, really, really like this show. All right. As always, you can catch each and every show that drops on Tuesdays right here on the See.Plan.Do show website. You can go right to See.Plan.Do show.com. You can check this episode out. You can check it out on YouTube, as well as your favorite streaming platform, as well as all other content and information that I have on Facebook, that I have on Twitter, Instagram, all these social media platforms. You can go right to See.Plan.Do show.com. All right. If you're looking to be a guest on this show, if you're looking to promote your goods, your services, your events, any of those things, you can definitely reach out to me if you want to have a commercial on the show. Let me tell you something. These numbers are climbing. Okay. I'm not just saying that. These numbers are climbing every show. I'm seeing the numbers. That's why I transitioned to doing this. All right. No more Facebook Live. It's great, but no more of that, because I want to see the numbers. I want to see the downloads. I want to see what you guys are looking at, what you like. If you want to be on the show, if you want to promote your stuff on the show, hit me up, See.Plan.Do show.com. All right. This show and the See.Plan.Do show is on Patreon. If you say, you know what, some people say, how can I support you? I always tell people, how can I support them? They ask me, how can they support me? And I tell people, I'm on Patreon. All right. Patreon, you can pay a monthly subscription that goes straight to me, and that supports this show. For 2 bags of candied corn, you can support this show. It gets me new equipment. It has me do other events, all those wonderful things. So head on over to the See.Plan.Do show site, and you'll see that Patreon link as soon as you log in. All right, for a cup of coffee, for a chicken box, for a light caramel frap from your favorite coffee spot. Okay, for 5 scratch-offs, you can support your favorite life coach and his show. All right, last but certainly not least, man, thank you. Come here real quick. And you for listening and watching this episode. You are, I swear to you, as I always say, the best part of this show. All right. Thank you for checking out this show as well as previous episodes. And all I want you guys to do is, guess what? Comment, like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure, let's get all amazing podcasts or events that people are doing. Let's get them out there. Okay. So guess what? Catch me next week. I have an amazing lineup of wonderful guests, as well as things that I want to talk about exclusively. So catch me next week to another jam-packed, power-packed episode, power-packed podcast. All right. And you already know what it's packed with, the vibes. So guess what? Until we see each other again, man, until we talk again, and until we share those special, special moments again. All right, stay safe. All right, please stay safe. Okay? And always remember to see, plan, and do. The next time you see me, I will have these ankles out, and I will have something fashionable, some type of olive-colored pants on. All right, guys. See you later. Bye.